Hello, beautiful seekers. This is Pauline Marie, and today we're activating wave 2 of the planetary waves. And the pre-download I received today actually was getting a strong message from Mother Gaia and from the ancestors. And they're bringing clarity. And it's perhaps something from our past that has been blocking us. It could be something in our ancestral line. So I'm feeling from them that with the wisdom of the waters and with Gaia, this activation will bring some clarity. So this could be in your own bloodline of this human family now inhabiting Earth, our 3D family, or it could be from the ancients before us. So I'm hearing and feeling a connection here to evolution through the millions and billions of years that have elapsed and blessed our planet and the diversity of life we see today because of that. So this feels like a sanctity of consciousness, free will, and love. Beautiful. I'm also getting a frequency of forgiveness, that this is a beautiful day and wave to bring into practice forgiveness. And in doing so in our daily lives, that brings great gifts from Gaia herself, whether those be spiritual, mental, emotional, or material. So we go within and we call in those messages from the ancestors, whatever's on your heart, as it's favorable in this wave to speak into the waters, into the cosmos, into these planetary waves. Speak in our dreams and desires. And I'm also feeling the symbol of the dual states as duality or polarity. So like the Taoists, the Mayans, they perceive the world in terms of cosmic polarities as a concept. So it was a concept that was embedded in mythology. Examples of night, day, dark, light, male, female, good, bad, right, wrong. Those are all parts of the whole in existence as a whole unit. They're forever intertwined. And so I feel also with this wave, we're being invited to see the wholeness and the completeness in all things. And certainly within ourselves first. And to blend worlds, blend all universes. I'm feeling blending, hearing blending the present world with the underworld. So these polarities are just a part of our evolution, of how we as humans describe the nature of things. So it's as a symbol of the dual nature, even though wholeness is in all that exists. So how can we bring our life as a human, walking this earth as a spiritual, multidimensional being, having a human experience, how can we bring that into wholeness? All right, well, let's get some further clarification on this wave. So we're going to hear from the waters first. Wow, and out popped Gentle Force. So this card is about consistency. It's about persistence, patience, and the long game. So remembering in wave 1, we were talking about the step-by-step, right? That the mist was step-by-step. Well, now I feel like we are being stepped, like taken from the mist into a gentle force here. And, just as a single drop of water has the power to shape hard surfaces, stone, rock, etc., this is how we get the stunning landscapes of the world. We can learn from water in this regard, and that is to be like a drop of water. That is to commit to our passions, but to do so, we must understand that it requires commitment. It requires patience and persistence, right? That this is a long game, okay? Consistency is the key here. All right, love that. Let's see what else wants to come through here. Let's see now from our planetary allies and cosmos from the team. And we have Star Keeper. So this is the cosmic ancestor coming out here. So the ancestors really are in this wave too. They really are here to help us see the light by staying grounded is the message here. And that's a really important part of, right, as we connect to these planetary waves, the true work, the true support to Gaia is to ground that in, to ground that into Earth. So we were born here, we're incarnated on Earth for our purpose, for our mission. We chose to come here. It's a beautiful place to be. And the survival of Earth and the species is part of this new consciousness awakening. And so we're being asked, even as light workers, as star beings, because we all are star beings first, is to ground that into the Earth. It's also a message too about kind of the fire in our own heart, working those flames of our heart. So the more love we bring and anchor into our heart and into the planet, that wisdom then from the stars that's imprinted already in our souls comes down into Gaia. We bring that in. And so we can then call more fragrance of ourselves home by that exchange, right? Ground that into Gaia, bring another piece home into ourselves, bring another piece into Gaia. That's what I'm feeling with this activation here. So beautiful. Yeah, we are, and the book says we're on a double mission to grow as an individual and part of a larger collective. So that definitely does go back to this whole overarching planetary wave activation, which is our soul mission in finding that soul team. So that is part of our role in that as well. All right, let's get, I'm feeling here, being asked to get a card from my moon deck. Any further activations for gentle force? Okay, and out pops the Earth, which is amazing because this is a moon deck that I'm pulling from. So very strong activation here, and very clear, getting so much clarity, which was kind of the pre-download, right? Is that the ancestors were bringing clarity. This message could not be more clear. So we have Earth here, be at one, the center, grounding, right? Planting our feet on the ground. So, you know, we can walk barefoot in the grass. We can converse with nature, be centered in the nourishment of Gaia herself. And that really speaks to that pre-download about, I was kind of getting like forgiveness. So when we do this as a daily practice, Gaia is ready to then give us gifts. So I'm also feeling here, yeah, this is our base. This is our home. So we have to do whatever we can do to support that. So we have to come back down to Earth. We have to take our heads out of the stars, out of the skies, and be at one, be whole, right? It's truly a message of that wholeness, of the bringing together of those, all the worlds, blending all the universes, blending every fragment of ourselves that we can retrieve, and how we bring that into Gaia and ground that into the Earth and center ourselves there. And that's where the true blessings come into our life. So beautiful. I want to pull an archetype here just to get a further activation for our gentle force wave here. All right, and we have the mystic. Beautiful, this beautiful depiction of a butterfly. I'm going to read here from the Archetype Guidebook for the Mystic, as this is the light worker and the dreamer. So in that pre-download, yes, we were invited to speak our dreams and our desires into these waters, the cosmos, these planetary waves. So I'm really feeling that, yes, as we emerge, as a whole being, as we rebirth into this beautiful butterfly, and as we bring in this light and this wisdom from the skies into the earth, that is what the mystics do. That is the life of the light worker. And it is a relationship with fire. So I love that we're getting some fire here in our water transmission or our water activation. But let's see, the card says, this mystic is often misunderstood in our culture. It's depicted as wandering or lighthearted daydreamer. Yet the Shiva, the true mystic, plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. Yes, so this is after the transformation, right? This is becoming the mystic, how we can all become the mystic through the transformation. And these mystics do not fear darkness. They sit in the presence of darkness because they realize that light is embedded in that. They're patient, they're prudent change makers. They seek growth above all else. And they find out the answers to the unanswerable questions. That's the mystic's lifeblood. So they revel in mystery. They remove darkness. So that is truly the role of the light worker as well. So it may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. Wow, incredible. The cards are really, really, really speaking beautifully. And this Starkeeper card is literally the light beams from all of the collections of the stars from the cosmos, coming in through the crown, coming in through the beam, and then grounding it into earth, and then leading the life of the mystic. So this role, may not be for everyone, but there are nuggets here that we can learn from. There are things that will make us more whole and complete. And I'm really feeling that this gentle force is telling us that this kind of is all of our role. This is all of our responsibility here on earth. We are all this, whether we claim it or not, and whether we have other gifts and roles here. I'm feeling this as a very foundational, a very intertwined, foundational, balanced way to live now in harmony as the mystic, or as this new human, multidimensional human here on earth. Let's just get a little clarification here from tarot. Thank you. All right, so we have out the Strength card, and this path, this way, this new way will require some strength. I think this goes back to that persistence and the patience and kind of the long game here. This goes to, taking that time to blend the worlds and to have the strength in doing that. It's determination is required, self-discipline is required, but then trusting our own abilities, and taking control back, taking our power back of our own destiny. I see that here in the wings of the lion. It's a fire energy that's coming in here again. So we're really getting fire balancing out all that water energy. Beautiful. So we also see in the depiction of the card here, the infinity symbol indicating unity and balance. And then she's depicted as this beautiful goddess in a white gown. So really signifying that peace. So, such a beautiful confirmation here. I do want to just get one more tarot on this strength card. Like what comes as a result of choosing to live in this way and to having the strength, calling back those fractals of ourselves as our own star keepers, using the wisdom of the waters and then grounding it into the earth, understanding and being at one. Okay, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so again, very, very clear message here. And it's that we may not always see everything, right? The unseen surprises, the hidden garden. This particular Wheel of Fortune, we see a dragonfly and the wheel, right? And that's the enlightenment change that's already been in motion here. And this particular Wheel of Fortune has a lot of stars in it. So we're getting confirmation again from that star keeper that stars turn the wheel with celestial guidance is what I'm hearing. So beautiful. And this is again depicted as transformation. So as we transform in another cycle or another round or another layer, another level of the spiral, we can come out with that mystic energy and be that light worker for the earth. Yeah, and it's really saying doing this work is what can bring that good fortune. So that to me goes back to that pre-download of this is how Gaia wants us to work with her, and this is the rewards that come from having the courage and the strength to go within and to look at some of those things, forgive everything from the past that could be keeping us blocked or stuck. Understanding the sanctity of consciousness, free will, and love, and being in that frequency of forgiveness, practicing forgiveness, and moving into that multidimensional being, having a human experience here as whole, as wholeness, and understanding that dual states of duality or polarity are just concepts that were embedded in mythology. All right, I'm ready to pretty much leave this message here. It's so beautiful and it's very clear. I'm just going to get a couple of blessings here to end the reading with and the activation from the waters as a gentle force. What would you like to end this message with? Oh my gosh, crazy. We have star gifts. Rest in the realms of heart knowledge and know you came for joy and expansion. Wow. Just beautiful. I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, and know that where you are is right where you need to be. And again, thank you for being here. Much love.